So, the Dallas Cowboys is the main team talking about people better stand and respect the flag. But the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, he stands, but he wears a hat and barely puts his hands on his heart. Can't script this shit. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then.
Yeah, I mean, there is a risk making any analogy to slavery. People generally cannot handle that, even though I don't think that Sherman is saying that Jerry Jones thinks that his players are slaves. But he does think that his players should do whatever it is that he tells them to do in a way that we generally don't expect of grown men.
Yeah, I think of our friend Bill Rhoden's book, $40 Million Slaves. And the title is intentionally provocative, and there also, as you elucidated, there is also some truth in the title, right? But the problem is that when you say that in a conversation with people who are looking for exit ramps, they're looking for reasons to not address that substance underneath. It's a real easy exit ramp, and that's the problem with that term.
That's what. By the way, did you see the homie Dale Hansen hit Jerry with a
this is how you handle it.
With a 98-mile-an-hour fastball right here at the chin? Where's Big Dale at?
No exit ramps with Dale Hansen. If you could cue that video up, please.
Jones and his son Stephen were saying the other day that any player who takes a knee and doesn't toe the line during the national anthem won't be playing for the Dallas Cowboys anymore. It's incredible to me that a player can beat up a woman and play for the Dallas Cowboys. A player can use illegal drugs time and time again and still play. But you take a knee to protest the racial injustice in America, and now you've crossed a line that he will not allow. Jones loves and respects the national anthem so much that when it was being played before the start of practice Saturday, he left his cap on. And when he was told about the mistake he was making, he still left his cap on. He who makes the rules apparently doesn't have to follow them.
BBN, Jack Frost, what's up, party people? As we know, the last couple of years, the NFL has had a problem with players kneeling to protest racial inequality. And as we also know, black people have had, for the last couple hundred years, a problem with being racially unequal to the Caucasian man or woman or whatever race in this nation. I have no idea how a problem that's only been going on for about 3 or 4 years supersedes a problem that's been going on for 2 or 3 years, but all right, it is what it is. So one of the most staunch supporters of having players not kneel during the national anthem, as anybody that has been following this knows, is Jerry Jones. I'm pretty sure all the people who agree players shouldn't kneel, they're looking up to Jerry Jones like he's the guy. He's making sure that the players don't kneel. You go to we know that if you go to the Cowboys, you can't kneel. You better respect that flag. Okay, so Jerry Jones doesn't follow along with the criteria of what needs to be done when a national anthem is read or sang, pardon me. Because not only are we not supposed to kneel, supposedly, when the national anthem is sang, if you want to go about how respect is supposed to be given, right? You also, not only are you supposed to stand, but you also aren't supposed to have a hat on, and you're also supposed to have your right hand on your heart. Am I correct? I remember being in elementary school and doing that daily thing that you do, pledging allegiance to the flag. Remember that? I don't know. You remember that? Basically supposed to do the same thing. Stand, say the pledge, hand on heart, no hat on. So when Jerry Jones stands for the national anthem, but he doesn't really have his hand on his heart, and he also doesn't take his cap off, is that cool? Because in reality, isn't he showing the same alleged disrespect that he's accusing the black players of, well, the players that are kneeling of? The players that they're just saying, look, man, we got a problem in America. There's a certain demographic in America that is consistently being killed and murdered, and nobody's doing anything about it. I still stand by the fact that, you know what the league should do? This is what the NFL should do, and it would solve almost every problem that they have, and I bet you players would stand. The NFL should take a percentage of the fines, of every fine, a percentage of every fine, and start up some kind of organization that helps to fight against racial inequality. I'm telling you, if the NFL did that one thing, all of these other problems will disappear. The players will feel like there's something that has been put in place that they've made a difference. The players will feel like they made a difference. Seriously, that's all the NFL has to do. We're going to take 15% of every fine, 20% of every fine. Open up some kind of organization that's main purpose is to fight against racial inequality, and then give the players an opportunity to donate their own money and see how far that go. Call their bluff. All these guys that want to kneel, call their bluff. And see what happens. Colin Kaepernick, he donates last year. He donated like $1 million to different organizations. Call they bluff. Why not? Start asking people if they want to donate a portion of their signing bonus. Let's see what happens. Because I'm okay with you protesting. Protesting is good. Okay? We should protest if we feel like something is done wrong. What I do not like as just as much as the people who don't want people to protest and try to get treated fairly is the people that piggyback off of other people's protests. That if there was something that you could do, you would do nothing. Because you don't really care. But you wanna be able to sit on your high horse though. And act like you care. See, I'm not upset at the black players that are standing. I'm fine with those guys. You feel whatever way that you feel. You're not faking the funk. But all of these players that's kneeling, or that were kneeling, that's not kneeling now, but were kneeling in the beginning because they just wanted to get noticed. And they really, they don't really care one way or the other. Give them an opportunity to do some donations. How about that? That's how you really know where somebody's loyalty lies, where they spend their money. So, Jerry Jones is on the bullshit as usual. And to be perfectly honest with you, I'm never nobody to tell somebody who they should root for. I don't know how I feel if it came out that the New York Yankees was doing some weird racist shit. I don't know what I do. I root for the Yankees. I might have to stop rooting for any baseball team. You understand? I root for the Giants. If the Giants really came out and it came out that they was on some real bullshit against blacks, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I would do. So I'm not going to stand here and say, if you're black, you can't root for the Cowboys. Because that'll be some real fake shit. But what I will say is this. If the NFL really wanted to let this go away, let this disappear, they didn't want to deal with this no more. It's simple. Open up an organization that is bent on fighting against racial inequality. And make sure it's racial inequality, not women's rights. And not that we don't need women's rights organizations, but we have those. But bent on fighting against the specificities of racial inequality. Specifically bent to help people who are oppressed by the police. To help families who have had their relatives murdered by the police, first and foremost, because that's what this all came from. To be able to get them proper attorneys, to be able to fight against the city's attorneys. right? And then there's a trickle-down effect after that. Then after that, then we'll worry about some of the other problems that are also there and exist. But first and foremost, to make sure that the police can't just murder black people, period, in general. Murder Mexican people in general, period. Murder Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever race you are. Just murder you with no repercussions. That should be the first thing that this organization should be focused on. Start that, NFL. And I tell you right now, players will stand. Because then standing means something. Standing isn't just, we're not just standing because the song is playing. Now we're standing because together we mean something. Leave the comments down below. I want to know what y'all guys think about this. Y'all opinions on it. Any other opinions you might have on this. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. That's all I got on this one. I'm out. If you like this video, please hit the like and subscribe button. If you would like to help dictate the direction that this channel takes, please leave a comment. All comments are appreciated, whether positive or negative. Thank you very much and enjoy your day. And remember, positive thoughts cause for positive things to happen. Let's get it.